us to continue our mission focus series on U.S. facilities in the Republic of the Philippines. Sergeant Owen.
Thank you, Sergeant Fletcher. Our series continues at Wallace Air Station, home to almost 200 Air Force men and women, professional, dedicated, and the mission is radar. Wallace Air Station is located on the shores of the South China Sea, about 3 hours by bus from Clark. But it's not all beach parties and palm trees. Home to the 848th Aircraft Control and Warning Squadron, the people here have a big mission to provide air defense for the Philippines. While air defense is the responsibility of the armed forces of the Philippines, U.S. forces assist Philippine forces in accordance with established agreements.
Well, the responsibility of Wallace Air Station in the 848th is to provide the commander of the Philippine Air Force and the commander of 13th Air Force with a capability for air surveillance, basically of the South China Sea.
Today I have my surveillance section, and they man the scopes, the radar scopes 24 hours a day, and their primary job is to look for any aircraft entering or heading into towards the Philippines.
If they can't identify the aircraft, they turn it over to the Philippine Air Defense Task Group for identification and, if necessary, interception. The weapons section talks to pilots and directs them to the unidentified aircraft. Tomorrow, we'll talk about other missions Wallace performs. Those other missions include simulated and live exercises, Top Brass, New Boy, and also Typhoon radar warning. But we'll talk more about those tomorrow night.
All right, thanks, Sergeant Owen. Stay with us. We'll have the weather with Tech Sergeant Chris Anderchek when the news source continues.
And Kay Ulrey continues her special series on the mission of Wallace Air Station.
Hello, Sergeant Mitchell.
Hello.
Tonight we'll take a look at other missions that Wallace performs. Along with the day-to-day air defense mission, Wallace gets involved in several exercises each year, both simulated and live, including New Boy, Top Brass, Cope Thunder, and Combat Sage. During Cope Thunder, the operations section supports the 3rd TAC Fighter Wing and other units by providing weapons controller support. What that means is that they provide friendly pilots information during dogfights about enemy positions.
040, 30 south.
The operations section also tracks typhoons and provides information to other U.S. facilities in the Philippines.
We have one of the few radar sites in the Philippines, and so if a typhoon is coming in, we radar monitor and can see the typhoon coming in, and we'll track it.
Tomorrow night, in the last part of our series, we'll take a look at what it's like to be stationed at the only remote tour in the Republic of the Philippines.
Of the U.S. As part of our mission focus series, Sergeant Kay Ulrey has been with us this week, focusing in on Wallace Air Station. Tonight, we take a final look at the little base with a big mission.
Thank you, Sergeant Mitchell. As with any base, many people are involved in seeing that the mission gets done each day. Wallace has to do it with a lot less people than most bases. Wallace Air Station is the only remote tour for U.S. military members assigned in the Republic of the Philippines. It's small. There are approximately 200 people stationed at Wallace. Besides the primary mission of providing aircraft control and warning for the air defense of the Philippines, several support units help to make the mission possible. Radar maintenance, a detachment of the 1961st Com Group known as Operating Location F, 2 medics, police and fire departments, MWR, and many behind-the-scenes personnel. Being so small and remote creates problems most of us in the Philippines don't have to deal with.
The difficult thing about being here and being remote anywhere is that remote means unaccompanied, and we don't have our families with us. So being away from your family is a hardship under any circumstances.
There's a good side, too.
We have a very good working relationship with the people in San Fernando, La Union. So there are things that our people can do off base. We've got safe housing areas. So we have some distinct advantages, and everything's on a smaller scale. We don't have the problems that are inherent with an operation the size of Clark.
The men and women of Wallace Air Station, definitely the few, doing their mission with pride. I'd like to thank all of the people at Wallace who made my stay so much fun. They're really a great bunch of people.
Thanks a lot, Kay.